Hello and welcome to my Flosstube. My name is Aneta and I'm the owner of Goth Stitch Vienna, which is a Gothic cross stitch pattern store. Today is going to be yet another short video because I actually have a lot of things to do and I'm a little bit stressed about the volume of things I have to take care of. So yeah, it's not going to be a long YouTube video. But anyway, my floss tubes are not super long. I think that I just don't have it in me to talk about cross stitch for 1 hour straight. As sad as that sounds. Maybe one day, maybe when I have more whips going, but I don't. So what are we going to talk about today is my finishes, because I only have 4, but it's a lot for me because they are already washed, they're ironed, one is already framed, the other ones are waiting to be framed. So I was very productive last week. And I also have 2 whips, 2 large whips. And I'm about to start yet another one because I got this idea and I just really want to try it out. It's one of my older patterns, but I want to stitch it in a way that hadn't been stitched before. So the first finish is legendary. And the reason for it is, rumor has it that if you stitch it on and show it on Flosstube, you get famous. Big fame energy. So here we go. Ta-da! Is it happening? Am I famous? I'm just joking. Calm down. Calm down. This is Goblin Mode by Goth Stitch. Well, the pattern is Goblin Mode by Goth Stitch. I stitched it during my 24-hour stitching event on the World Cross Stitch Day. And I started it and finished on the same day. I had many ideas of how I could use my 24 hours of cross stitching. Ultimately, I am much slower when it comes to stitching than I thought I was. So I only managed to finish this chart and I managed to make some progress on the second whip that I had going. So you know how you always like have huge plans and then it turns out that all you can do is absolutely nothing. So this is my absolute favorite cross stitch pattern that I hadn't designed. I switched the greens with the mythical Fernflower thread pack from Vintage Tactraum because I really wanted to use it for something else and it was such a good idea. Look at this frog. The frog is just insanely cute and it's different shades of green because the darkest green that Nora dyed had some streaks of lighter and darker shades of green and it looks so cute. Susie said it looks a little bit more mature with these greens. I don't know about that, but I really like it and it's hanging on my cross stitch wall right in front of me, right over my desk. You cannot see it, but I'm very pleased with it. It was so nice to stitch and I've said to Susie multiple times that her alphabet, her lettering is just so beautiful. I cannot do letters honestly when it comes to cross stitch, so I use the stuff that WinStitch comes with, but these days I look at public domain fonts and I try to convert or get inspiration from them. But yeah, it's beautiful. I really love it. And the fabric is by Black Dahlia fabric, which I got a while ago. So I only have one more left, which I'm going to use for the upcoming project. because then I want to dye more of my own fabric and do some more colors and just try it out, because it actually was a lot of fun, and the fabric that came out was really, really beautiful. Plus, you know that I'm really weird about the washing part, of course, like pre-washing my fabric and then washing after. Like if it bleeds a little bit, I don't know, like it just annoys me so much. Like, why do you not say that your dyes are temporary then if it doesn't stay color fast? So right now, unless it's me who's doing the dyeing, I have no confidence in the colors that I get from different dyes. I'm sorry if it sounds horrible, but it's just one of these things that I know. It's just one of these things that annoy me. Like, I don't want to see color dripping off the wet cross stitch. So the other finishes that I have, this is an old one, so it's not really a recent finish, but I washed it and I want to frame it. This is a skeleton key that I did a while ago. So the background of it, the little frame, I made it look like these old-fashioned ornamental napkins that we had in Poland. Like they were not coasters, they were just like small and large napkins that you would just put underneath everything, your hot cup of tea or a bowl of cookies that you put on a table or like on top of the TV. So I wanted to emulate that, and I was thinking about making into a thread tray because it has enough fabric around the design to make it work, but I think I'll just design a specific chart for that, and I will just make this an ornament, because I really, really like stitching ornaments, and you know, Christmas is coming up and I have several ornaments that I want to put on the Christmas tree that I stitched, so why not this one? It actually is just the perfect shape for it. And framing ornaments, it's really, really easy. And the other two finishes that I have, like I've talked about them. So I have the little ghosties, mossy grave. So this is spring and this is summer. And as you can see, there's a lot of fabric left around them. It's because I want to frame them, make them into a bunting. I think I've said it before. So I printed some patterns for the cutouts that would go, the cardboard cutouts that would go inside the cross stitch ornament, bunting, whatever you call it. I just did these in Photoshop and then printed them out, and I'm gonna see how it's going to look like. I'm kind of leaning towards this one because I think it would really work with the shape of the finished cross stitch, because it has this like emblem style that I went for. The actual patterns come with text underneath, but I didn't want to do the text because otherwise it would just not fit on a bunting triangle flag. It would just not work like that. I want to cross stitch the other two, the winter and autumn, and then have like a 4-season decoration. As we are talking about framing, I wanted to show you two embroidery hoops that I wrapped in fabric. I honestly woke up yesterday, had my coffee, and did these. They were so fast to do, and I think the effect of an embroidery hoop wrapped in fabric is just so nice to add a bit of color to your cross stitch finish. So I had these fabric pieces that I got in Tokyo's textile town, the fabric town, Nippori. I actually have more. I want to do this. I want to wrap some hoops with this. Wait, hold on. Yeah, cherry blossoms fabric. 2 colors, floral print. This one is, it's like blue black background, which I also think it looks really nice. So this piece will be perfect for this size hoop, and the larger pieces, I would say this size easily, but I think that it would be possible to wrap even bigger hoop with this piece of fabric, because what you would need to do for the fabric wrapping to work is probably half this. Yeah, so you would have a lot of fabric strips to wrap your hoop around. And I also have this color, which I also quite like. It's like really desaturated orange, darker orange. I quite like it, and blue. And I also have some traditional Japanese print, like kimono style. So I really like this little trick. I put up a tutorial on my website. It's very simple. I took some photos. Honestly, writing the tutorial and editing the pictures took me way longer than actually doing the fabric wrapping. But that's just how it goes. I'm just not feeling it today. Can you tell that I'm not feeling it today?
Yes.
I'm so stressed about my thesis and also some work stuff that I have coming up. That I think that I'm doing this Flosstube because I really wanted to post an update after the World Cross Stitch Day. The World Cross Stitch Day, I did stay up for 24 hours. I said that it wasn't actually such a big deal. I went to bed around 8 on Thursday and then had issues falling asleep because it was really light outside, and also I usually go to bed at 1 or 2 in the morning these days, so I struggled to fall asleep, and then I got up just before midnight and then started cross-stitching, got my coffee, started cross-stitching, watched a bunch of things. I watched the rest of Horimiya. I watched 2 movies from the Wreck franchise, which were recommended to me. I really loved this lost footage or like mockumentary style horror movies. I really loved Paranormal Activity, the first one, because it's just, and of course Blair Witch Project. Like that was the first one. Like I absolutely loved Blair Witch Project. It's like my comfort movie. Yeah, so I did the 24 hours cross stitching event. I checked in with some people. I had a very cool Discord hangout. So that was organized by the mod on the Goth Stitch Discord, and we just chatted and talked about things while cross stitching. It was really nice. So I will definitely do it again next year. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go do 24 hours, probably because it kind of felt like a little holiday. But I might stream for parts of it, if not all of it. We will see how that's gonna go. So my current whips, the first one, you do not know the chart, you do not know how it's going to look like, but this is a test stitch of an upcoming Halloween themed chart. Well, Halloween themed. Every single chart I produce could be Halloween themed. They're all creepy. But anyway, so this is gonna come out probably end of this month, maybe beginning of next month, depending how motivated I am. But I'm really enjoying stitching on this fabric, and I enjoy the color combinations that I created. So there's a little pile of goo with some eyeballs in the middle. You can see that there is a checkered tablecloth and also little ghosts doing ghosty things. So I will probably show you some progress next week as well, because I was just happily stabbing away at it yesterday, and it goes fast. It really goes fast. And may I just say, stitching on linen is such joy. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna switch to linen completely because I'm just having so much fun. So this is the fabric that I dyed, called Stormy Night. It's just different shades of grey, and I'm very pleased with it. I have 3 more pieces of it, so I was already thinking what else to use it for, because I really like the look of it, and not to mention it's so soft. Honestly, after stitching some of the other things, I'm kind of just like, yes, softness. And it's going to look super nice. I'm going to frame it for myself. I already know this because it looks so nice. And the other with that I started on the cross stitch day. Well, no, I started before. I showed you the I showed you the 10 stitches that I did. So this is completely black, and I'm stitching it on tea-dyed linen. And it's also quite relaxing, actually. I forgot how relaxing monochrome cross stitch designs are. I started this guilty pleasure series of mini cross stitches that I was supposed to continue as I write my thesis, but then I had plenty of other ideas. But I will definitely get back to it because it's just so relaxing to have to not switch colors. You just stabbing away. And this design is quite large. Like I said, it's 15,000 stitches. But it's going to fly by because it's just so easy, and I can feel myself getting cross stitch zoomies when I'm stitching it, even though I have to count two over. But I think that it's just I sit down, I do it, and it goes. I did not really have time to stitch a lot last week beyond like small finishes and whatnot, because like I said, I'm a bit stressed with my thesis and I have 11 days to submit the first draft, and I'm at 200 pages and the thesis is supposed to be 100 something pages. So in other news, I've said it once, I've said it twice. On the 30th of August there will be something coming out, and you will get the information about it on the customer only newsletter. How do you get on the customer only newsletter? You buy something from the store and then you check, I want to receive the customer only newsletter at the checkout. If you are already a customer and you are not sure if you're on the list, you can email me. In the future, I will definitely add a link to be able to check your subscription in the customer dashboard. But right now, you will just have to message me, email me from your customer email. Don't email me from your raspberry69@gmail.com, because if you're not in the system, the customer system, I will not be able to help you. I'm just gonna ignore your email and report you. So check with me if you don't know. If you're buying something, make sure you check the newsletter checkbox, because I think you're going to be happy.
I would be happy if I received an email like that.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what you say about that. 30th of August. I once again asked you on Instagram if there is something that I can answer in this Flosstube in one person. By the way, shout out. Thank you for always supporting me, commenting and messaging me. I really appreciate you. I got a question about which potential band that I like, series, TV series or movie I would like to create a pattern for. And it's such a nice question, because I have a list of ideas based on the movies and TV shows that I watch. Weirdly enough, even though I do have a lot of bands that I listen to, so right now it's Arankai and OTEP, but I also listen to a lot of Sleep Token or Breaking Benjamin or Evanescence or, well, a lot of Polish bands like Coma. I don't feel the need to create designs to show my love for them. I don't know. I just don't think I'm such a big fan of music. Like, I listen to music, but in terms of movies, so many horror movies that I would like to turn into cross stitch. So many ideas, and the first one that comes to mind is a series of short Japanese movies. The collection is called Unholy Women, I think you can watch it on YouTube actually. So I watched it forever ago when I was at university, and I just really love the weirdness of the ideas of the ghost stories, the evil spirits that exist in Japanese legends and mythology. There is one short horror movie that I like in particular, which is called Crevices. In general, any movie that shows you evil spirits or something bad happening during the day is just, it captures me, because in the past I think night was associated with horrors and murder and evil things. Everything bad happened after dark, but in the Japanese horror movies, the horrors, there's no time limit for them. Like, they can really strike unexpectedly when you're at work or when you're walking to the bus stop. So that's what I loved about these movies, that the evil is always present. And in the short film Crevices, which I did actually turn into a cross-stitch chart a while ago. It's in my archive right now. I might redo it because I really, really like the initial draft of it. So in the movie Crevices, the spirit at the center of the story is a demon that apparently creeps out of any crevice. So it's just scary to think about that, just any small crevice that you might have around you, and when you start looking around, there are plenty of crevices, so there are plenty of different ways a demon can get you. The danger, that overwhelming, ever-present sense of something evil chasing you. I don't know, like, I just like the idea of it. So I will probably turn the unholy women trinity into some sort of a cross-stitch chart. I also would like to do a pattern of Rosemary's Baby, because I really like that movie. I just rewatched The Exorcist. I mean, I rewatched it on the World Cross Stitch Day, and I had some ideas about how to make that into a cross stitch chart. So any horror movie that I really like, I would definitely like to pay tribute to through cross stitch. But that's in the future, when I have more time to design and test stitch, because the faster I test stitch, the faster I get these patterns out. And right now there's just not enough time in my day to stitch. Yeah. This is it for me. I don't want to blab about things that nobody cares about, and I will definitely have more to show you next time around next week, because I'm working on several different projects. Some of them are top secret, some of them are just secret, but they will be slowly coming out this month. Some sneak peeks coming out this month, and then next month I have several very cool, creepy themed, just creepy cross-stitch designs that I'm cannot wait for you to see. This is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this check-in. You know I love your comments, so if you want to chat in the comments, please do. And once again, if we get to 200 subscribers, I'll do a live stream. So keep working at it, keep subscribing, and we will have a real-time chat online with some stitchy projects to do together and to obsess about. Have a great day, and see you in the next Flosstube. Bye!